He will make a statement on this matter tomorrow. We're back with our power panel now, Mark Lauder and David Tafuri. So we saw this in the last hour, and just in the last few minutes, we can confirm that Senator Elizabeth Warren, Democrat from Massachusetts, has spoken with Senator Al Franken and told him to go. Mark?
Well, it's very telling when you have 21 members or close to that number calling on someone of their own party to resign. We'll obviously wait to see what Senator Franken announces tomorrow. It's another disturbing day of allegations involving high-profile people.
Yeah, and very well put, because it isn't like the other side of the aisle isn't dealing with Representative Farenthold and its own issues right now. We had a member on our outnumbered couch today. Call for him to resign. David, how do you put your arms around how long it took for your party to get to this point? I mean, Nancy Pelosi had to do quite the gymnastics move to pull back into point here.
Well, there's breaking news on this. As you mentioned, there's a new woman who's accusing the senator of improper conduct. What she claims sounds very troubling. If it is true, it is very improper. We should not have a senator who acts that way, even if he did it before he was actually in the Senate. And now we have more than 20 Democratic senators calling for him to step down. I think that's appropriate. You see them putting ethics and morality above politics. That's also important. That's in contrast to those who support Roy Moore, whose conduct is even worse than Senator Franken, including accusations that he molested a 14-year-old. But I also would note that there are Republican senators who are against Roy Moore, and they are also very brave for speaking out, like Senator Flake, like Senator Ben Sasse. And they have also put ethics and morality above politics, and they should be commended for that, too.
You know, what he's saying is interesting in this point, Mark. The Alabama voters will make the decision about Roy Moore, and they will have it with information. The Minnesota voters didn't have the information that we now have about Al Franken. So those are apples and oranges. Mark?
They're quite different circumstances, and the charges on both sides are troubling. And many people, including myself, have said if with Roy Moore, if those allegations are true, then he should step aside. He's not done so, so it'll be up to the people of Alabama to decide. And Senate Majority Leader McConnell has said that if he is elected, it will still be referred to the Ethics Committee, which is where Senator Franken's allegations were going to go, depending on what he may or may not do here in the coming days. And that would be an appropriate venue for a sitting member of Congress in the United States Senate. So both will have their time to have this heard, and the voters in Alabama in terms of Roy Moore, and depending on what Senator Franken does in the coming days, or the Ethics Committee will have that discussion on the Hill.
David, before we go, no, go ahead.
Well, I mean, that's a nice little logic flip you've done there. You've said that you're criticizing Democrats for not coming out against Senator Franken, but you're not willing to criticize President Trump for supporting Roy Moore. That's amazing. And you've completely flipped logic on its head.
All right, let's give him a chance to respond, because we only have a few seconds here.
It's not a question of what's up to the voters. Of course it's up to the voters of Alabama, but there's also a question of why is the president endorsing someone with this many concerning allegations against him, including the allegation that he molested a 14-year-old girl.
We are out of time. We will bring you both back, Mark, so that you can respond. We'll be right back. Stay close.
Thank you.